Well, look, when you think of the fight that it took down the years for universal suffrage, for everybody to have the vote, I think it's important that we understand just how important that is. Because if you don't vote, even if you see it as the single vote as a limited piece of action that you can take, it's an important piece of action because it's how you get your voice heard. It's how you have a say. And if you're a political party or a politician who's trying to get elected, then young people shouldn't be surprised if some politicians look towards pleasing older people because they know that more older people vote. If every politician thought that every young person aged 18 to 30 was going to vote, that would have a big impact upon how they view the issues that matter, how they address those issues, and the policies that they bring forward in an election campaign. There's so many kind of great innovative ideas that are happening to try to encourage people to get involved in the political process and to vote. And I support all of them. I support anything that actually gets people to understand that it's precious and that it matters and that it gives people the chance to have an influence. And the thing is, I go into schools all the time, and I'm always amazed how I go into schools, and when you start, people are, quite often the pupils aren't quite sure about politics, don't quite really understand what it is, how to get engaged, how to get involved. Once you talk them through, there's a passion for it. There's an excitement about it. Once they realize that it's not just kind of men in suits shouting at each other in Prime Minister's questions, which frankly, very few of them even watch anymore. It's actually about what we as individuals can do to engage in the big debates about the future of the world. So I think these campaigns that make young people think about why the vote matters and then makes them think about the issues behind what choices they make, I think are very, very valuable. I genuinely worry that if the next generation doesn't engage, doesn't step up, doesn't understand the responsibilities we all have to try to make politics better, then I really worry for the future of our country. If you think about what's happening in the United States at the moment, we always used to look at America and think, well, that's whatever else is going in the world. It's a pretty sensible democracy, serious people, etc. And you look at what's happening now with the possibility that Trump, who to this day denies the truth, namely that he lost the election, created a riot in Congress, doesn't accept the American Constitution, and far from that sort of destroying him politically, he's back in the game. That is incredibly scary, especially when you listen to some of the frankly fascist things that he says. And then if you look around Europe, you've got, countries like Germany, like France, like Finland, like Sweden, Holland, where, the right, the extreme right are doing pretty well. Now, given Europe's history, I think that's something that we should really kind of think about. So the question then becomes, well, this is what the book is about. What can I do? And the answer is you do whatever you can do. And the first thing you have to do is to care about it, to understand that politics isn't something just for politicians. It isn't just something for the media to sort of blather on about 24 hours a day. It's for all of us. It's for all of us to get engaged. And it's not just about voting. It's about what you do between the elections, to campaign, to win arguments, to fight for what you believe in, to inform yourself, to be clear about what is true and what isn't, to try to work out what's happening in the world around you and then try to influence it. That's what we should all be trying to do.
Perfect. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys.